you ever turned on ESPN in the morning, wanting to catch up on all the previous sport action from the day before, and you click on, say you're playing First Take that morning, click on First Take, you're listening to Stephen A. Smith talking about what Donald Trump had to say the day before. We don't want that. It happens way more than it needs to, and I'm sure you've all have witnessed it firsthand. My goal today is to persuade you how sport and politics do not go together. It is wrong to allow boosters to control teams, and it is also wrong to mix sport and politics because politics are taking over sports channels. Allowing boosters to control teams is just wrong. For those of you that don't know what a booster is a supporter of a team or a whole program, and they are there just to watch over, and they give monetary donations to the program to help out and try to help them succeed. Most boosters are very good people, and they'll do anything for the program, and they want to see the program win. They're not just there for a paycheck. But some boosters have really bad intentions, and they try to use how much money they have to control these teams. I saw an example of this firsthand in high school. My junior year, we won 15 games, and then my senior year, we went on to win 18 games, which were numbers that my high school had really never seen before because we really weren't known for being a good baseball powerhouse school. After my senior year, after we had won the 18 games, my coach was fired a month later. It had later came out that a top booster for the high school convinced our athletic director of another candidate that was coming in that he was the better guy for the head coaching position, even though we had just had 18 wins and we went into the playoffs and won a playoff game for the first time in like 6 years. Everything that he built was gone just like that. And it just showed that the athletic director cared more about money than the success of our baseball program. And here's a picture right here. This is us after the 2016 season. This is after our first playoff game in 6 years, I believe. All right. It is wrong to mix sport and politics because politics are taking over sports channels. ESPN has taken a huge hit over the years due to their political agenda. Sometimes they'll have talk show hosts go on. They have a certain segment they're supposed to do, and they get seriously sidetracked and they talk about politics. ESPN has implemented a no politics rule, but there are some show hosts that challenge that rule every time they go on air, and ESPN really doesn't seem to do anything about it. There was a national poll of 1,000 likely voters, which was done by LiveZet back in 2018, and three-fourths of those voters said that when they watch sport, they are trying to get away from politics instead of being bombarded by them, which they were being bombarded by the political messages. And here's a picture right here. This is a screenshot of a tweet from Donald Trump, and it says, ESPN is paying a really big price for its politics and bad programming. People are dumping it in record numbers. I apologize for untruth. And that was tweeted in 2017. ESPN has features with athletes all the time. Most of the time, I would say most of the time, but some of the times they have LeBron James on there. And I love LeBron James. He's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I love how he plays the game of basketball. But sometimes when he gets on air, he, instead of using his platform, he does use his platform for very good things. He's done a lot of good things in his career. but sometimes uses this platform to push a political agenda and just shove a political agenda down everybody's throats, which is not really what I want to hear when I go watch a feature on LeBron James. And I'm sure a lot of other people will agree with that statement as well. Here's a picture right here. This is LeBron James. This is a quote that he made. This is from Sports Nation, which is a show that ESPN hosts. It says, "Going to the White House was a great honor until you showed up," talking about Donald Trump. In July of 2019, Dan Le Batard, a show host on ESPN, went on a rant during one of his shows about a Donald Trump rally in North Carolina. He said on live TV that this rally that Trump held was very un-American and it instigated racism. Now, whether or not you believe with those statements about what the rally was for and the message that Donald Trump gave you, that's not the time or the place to get that message across. And then Dan Le Batard was actually suspended from ESPN for those actions. I hope that I was able to persuade you that sport and politics should not be mixed together. Sport and politics mixed can ruin all that sport has to offer. These two aspects need to stay on opposite sides of each other, and when mixed, it can rub people the wrong way. There is my speaking outline.